Hi, I'm Lisa Wetzel, and we're doing a short video with the information channeled from the Akashic Records. And Carrie has the question.
What signs does the universe give us, letting us know it's communicating messages to us?
They're laughing and saying, you haven't noticed? I'm seeing like lights flashing, blinkers blinking. They're laughing and saying, what is it you want to know? You want to know everything that is. You want to begin your life with recognizing that there's signs and signals that direct you down your path. Open your eyes. We show you all the time. We give you the gentle nudges. We push you in directions. We give you thoughts. We give you beliefs. We give you direction. And you choose to listen or you choose not to. When you begin to see that all of the answers are around you, then you'll begin to find a peace that resides within you. And what I'm seeing is that we have such a hard time living our lives because we're so in our heads. And we spend so much time trying to figure out or resolving issues from an analytical side that we completely ignore what our gut feels. And they're laughing and using the example of how many times have you had a gut feeling and you chose to go with what your mind created and then it caused chaos? How many times have you held your breath and you decided to go with what feeling was within your gut and you ended up finding peace and happiness? We ask you these questions in order for you to recognize who you are and what you've been created to do. Our communication is readily available if you choose to hear and if you choose to see. We give you the answers consistently. And they're laughing seriously. Look around. Look at the sky. Look at the earth. Look at your hands. Look at the person that's next to you. Look at the billboards. Look at the feelings that you have, the words that are spoken to you. When has the recognition that there was a message being given to you that you actually truly accepted? How many of you have actually had these experiences and followed through? This is what we're asking you to think and to contemplate. And what I'm getting is that there's probably been times that you have listened to the words that were being spoken to you, or you kind of went with that gut feeling and you felt that you did have a good result, but you don't maintain the lifestyle. And that's the key. It's the point of being able to recognize that you are following the guidance that's being given to you and trust that. And we can put ourselves, they're saying it's very hard for a human to live 100% in the truth of what is known. And so where we're asking you to give us consideration is when you put yourself in a situation where you have to analyze the result. And when you begin to recognize that you can take a deep breath and simply follow the flow, you'll begin to see that pattern becomes easier and easier. And so what it is, it's like training yourself to trust those signs, trust that gut feeling. And basically they're saying, and not misinterpret what's being said. And so when you are being given the words, and they're saying, when you hear the words being spoken in your ear, and I've had, where I could feel something like a face or a voice or a breath that comes up next to my ear and talks to me in my ear. And sometimes choose to ignore it, think it's crazy, or just imagine that. But when you begin to recognize that you can trust those signs, and you can begin to live in it, then you become your truest essence. Then at that point, you begin to recognize that you are living in true spirit. And they're saying that's what we want for you. We want for you to be able to understand that you can live your everyday life in your mode, which is the human mode. But when you begin to recognize that we're guiding you and we're talking to you and we're speaking to you in the words that you can understand, you'll begin to recognize that you can trust us and that you can trust that we'll give you the guidance to the simplicity of the future. And when you begin to follow that pattern easily, you'll begin to see happiness that comes to the surface that you've never known before. Listen to us, trust us. We know what's good for you. Your mind can create obstacles due to fear, misbeliefs, and follow what they're saying and following the crowd. Be careful not to judge when your judgment can be wrong, and be honest and willing to hear the truth that lies within you and trust it. And that way you'll move forward into the future easily and with grace and ease. And this is what we want you to know today. So thank you for following me. You can join me on Facebook at Lisa Wetzel, Akashic Records Consultant, and on Instagram is Akashic Records Lisa Wetzel, and my website is lisawetzel.com. Thanks.